Hi, welcome back to the channel. Monica Love here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from February 28th to March 6th. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Gemini, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge here is the Ten of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. So Gemini, your challenge here has a lot to do with the Ten of Wands energy. I feel like for many of you, a major cycle that has been really difficult for you is finally coming to an end. It's been very difficult for you maybe to get over some sort of tough cycle. We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Sun, the Emperor in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like in the recent past, you let go of something. There's something here you gave up on, or something here that really at some point was very stable for you, but because it stopped becoming stable, you decided to disconnect from it. And I feel like the situation that you disconnected from did lead to a lot of happiness for you after releasing it or letting go of it. We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Page of Swords, and the Chariot. So it looks like for many of you right now in the present moment, there's something here that hasn't been working out in your relationships, okay? I feel like there's a specific relationship that you're connected to. Some of you are living with this person, or you could be dating somebody here that you somewhat feel like you're in a relationship with. Things haven't been going well, okay? Ever since the full moon in Leo, things haven't been going well. There's been like a disconnect between you and this person. You're trying to make sense of this relationship to see if it's worth maybe holding on to. Is it going to move forward? There's also something here about wanting truth and clarity within a relationship that may not be stable at this time. We're going to get more information for you on that in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Temperance in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So it looks like in the near future, something here starts to move very quickly for you, okay? Temperance in reverse, there's no more waiting anymore. I do feel like there's a lack of healing here, or there's a lack of really getting to the bottom of something here that really affected you and this person. And it looks like you are showing up here in the near future. So there may be an important message for you, Gemini, that you need to know about. We're going to find out when we clarify. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Hangman, High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so you have one card here that's upright, the rest are in reverse, okay? And underneath that, you have the Five of Wands. So I feel like for many of you, what you don't see coming is that there's something in your life, okay? I'm going to be really, really honest and straightforward with you. You all know that's how I am in the readings. I'm really strongly getting that there's a situation in your life that you can't ignore anymore, okay? There's been a lot of inconsistencies here. I feel like you're dealing with maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also getting maybe a Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. For some of you, small percentage of you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, okay? There's something dissatisfying about this situation. The first thing that I notice here is that somebody here has been very emotionally unavailable or on and off with you, okay? I'm also getting an energy here of somebody not really being emotionally, physically, mentally available to you. And a lot of you are starting to realize that this is affecting you on a very big scale. Nine of Cups in reverse. You're not satisfied with something here. For others of you, you're dealing with somebody who wants to move very quickly with you. But again, you may feel like this situation's moving too fast for you. So there's different stories I have here, depending on who you are and what your situation is. So either way, something here is not consistent, okay? It's been inconsistent for you. So what you don't see coming is the fact that for many of you, you're going to start to identify what isn't bringing you happiness, what isn't bringing you satisfaction, and you may decide to act accordingly, okay? But there's something here that you've been ignoring, or you haven't really been listening to your intuition. There's some sort of important message here about a specific person that you're dealing with, and that's why your challenge is the 10 of Wands, because you may be trying to figure out if it's worth ending things with this person altogether. Now, this could be a relationship, it could be a work situation, apply it to your situation. Something here is not consistent. Okay, so as a result of that, you may need to decide if this is how you want to move forward. Now, for others of you, small important message, you may go through a conflict that you've been avoiding, or something here you don't want to deal with. It may come up and it may actually push you to make the decision, okay? Because there's something here that you're ignoring and you're just like, okay, whatever, I'm just not going to focus on it. And then it comes to a point where it's like it gets so bad, a conflict starts, and that's when you're going to have to act to maybe decide, okay? So this is what you don't see coming. Now, let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on for you. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is clarified by the Hierophant. You have the Sun and the 7 of Pentacles. So again, like I said, there's something here about a commitment relationship that you're in. You find it very difficult because you don't want things to end with this person. You've invested a lot of time, energy, maybe even years into this connection. And the idea of it coming to an end really causes you a lot of pain. But there's also happiness here as well too. This idea of things coming to an end between you and this person may be happening because a lot of you are looking for that happiness. It's like you want happiness with this person. You want to have this commitment, but there's something that's been very difficult for you to maybe accept, or something difficult that you and this person have been going through, and that's why something here may be coming to an end. So your challenge here, Gemini, is about you figuring out if it's time to say goodbye to the situation, close it out. And is it something that's compromising your happiness? No matter how many years you've spent or you've put into this connection, that's where you're at right now. Is this completely done? Is this something that I need to close out? Okay, so that's your challenge. That's what I'm seeing. Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Emperor. So the Emperor is clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. I feel like in the recent past, there was something that happened within your connection that created a lot of stability. So even though there was a very strong energy here of, oh yeah, we're going to have something long-term here, everything's going to be great, there was a lot of anxiety surrounding holding on to this situation. And I feel like the reason why a lot of you may have decided to let go of the situation was because although it was very stable at one point, something within the connection changed. Okay, there was a change that happened here. Tell me more about the 4 of Pentacles in reverse for Gemini. So the 4 of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I'm really strongly getting for many of you, you decided to maybe let go of someone here, Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, to move into a new direction. A lot of you are really focused on your work or your job in the recent past, and this could have also compromised the ability to maintain this relationship. So I see a lot of issues in the recent past that led to a lot of anxiety and fear, and a lot of you may have decided in the past just to disconnect and focus on your work, because that's what led you into this place of being happy, as opposed to being so focused on this connection that really was starting to break down. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here in the recent past. Now, in the present moment, there's still relationship issues. Okay, another thing I noticed in your reading, I'm having a hard time talking, which is telling me that there may be a lack of communication. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 8 of Wands showed up randomly in your reading. I also feel in the present moment, Gemini, there's a very important message about something here you're trying to make sense of in your life. Page of Swords lately has been talking about trying to make sense or getting to the bottom of something here in your life that's really you can't seem to really comprehend it. Tell me more about the Four of Wands for Gemini in the present moment. Four of Wands in the present moment is clarified by the Six of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So in the present moment, I'm really strongly getting that you have to decide. There's a decision that you have to make about this relationship. You've been putting it off. You've been ignoring it. But Spirit is telling you that some of you may decide to disconnect from this relationship altogether. You may decide to move away from this person. You may decide to spend some time away from this person. But there's still a decision here that you need to make. And you've been finding it very difficult maybe to make this decision, even though everything to make this decision is already there for you. It's like something here isn't functioning in the relationship. There's been a huge disconnect between you and this person. It's like all the signs and synchronicities are there that something isn't working, but you're either ignoring it or you're delaying making a decision on this in the present moment. Tell me more about the Page of Swords in the present moment for Gemini. So the Page of Swords in the present moment is clarified by the World. You have the Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So in the present moment, a lot of you are trying to figure out maybe why someone here left. Could be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or whether or not you should end things because this person has ghosted you. Some of you are dealing with somebody in the present moment who ghosted you or left you, and you're trying to make sense of why this person did this. Okay. For some of you, this is because it's time for you to elevate yourself. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to start a new cycle. Okay, so I'm getting two significant stories. Some of you are already in relationships and you're trying to determine if this is a relationship you should remain being in, or if you should give this person space and move on. Or others of you are trying to figure out if it's time to, you know, move on from somebody here who ghosted you or left you. You're trying to make sense of something right now in the present moment. What I also see in the present moment is you're deciding to move forward eventually. If it hasn't happened already, you may have some sort of feeling of, you know what, it's time for me to move on. Tell me more about the Chariot. What is the important message here for Gemini in the present moment? So the Chariot is clarified by the Ace of Wands. You have the Judgment and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like in the present moment, for many of you, you're being called to move forward. You're being called to have a new beginning, okay, on your own. And it may be difficult for you to do this. This is why the Ten of Wands is here as your challenge with the Hierophant and the Sun. You want a commitment. You want marriage. You want to feel loved. But in order for you to feel loved and have a very strong, stable connection, Gemini, you also have to be able to recognize what you need within yourself. And that's a big lesson that you're going through right now. Very, very big lesson, especially because you have the North Node in your 12th house. So you're going through major spiritual awakenings, astrologically as well as, you know, spiritually in the present moment. So a new beginning is happening for you, but it's going to happen possibly on your own is what I'm seeing. Now, in the near future, I'm really strongly getting here that you are going to be changing. Okay, there's something here that's going to be changing within you. There's an important message here that you need to know. We're going to clarify the Queen of Swords and see what your important message is here in a moment. But first, I want to clarify the Four of Swords in the near future. Four of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands. You have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So I'm really strongly getting in the near future for many of you, there is going to be a cycle that does come to an end with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could also be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The reason why something here is coming to an end is because someone here is no longer satisfied. They're no longer satisfied with whatever the connection is offering. I am also getting that there's a lack of healing. Like somebody here is having a hard time healing things with you. And I'm also getting a very selfish energy from this person in the near future. And this is what pushes you into this place of saying, you know what? I don't think I'm going to wait anymore. I don't think I'm going to wait on this person anymore, because there's something here about you waiting. You may be expecting this person to change or transform in some sort of way. And I have to be honest with you, Gemini, one of the things that you're going to be learning this week is that expecting someone in your life to transform, okay, at your will or your expectation is probably not going to happen, okay? And that's where the lesson's coming in here, because whatever's happening on the outside is most likely happening on the inside. And this is a big lesson that you're learning right now, okay? And it doesn't mean that the universe is against you. It just means that it's time for you to do that inner work. Once you do the inner work, this person is going to see that because you exemplify that. And I feel like that's something that you're going to be dealing with here in the near future. So what is your important message here with the Queen of Swords? So the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Six of Wands. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Justice. Yeah. So you see, in the near future, you start to realize that in order to set things right between you and this person, it's going to start with you. It's going to start with you, right? And I see a lot of success coming in for you, Gemini, tons of success, because you start to realize the time is now for me to work on myself. The time is now for you to work on yourself. And guess what? This person sees you do that. Knight of Pentacles. This person is slowly going to come towards you eventually, because you wanted that, right? You're like, I want them to come towards me. I want to have a new beginning. I want our relationship to get better. But are you willing to do the inner work? Are you willing to set things right within yourself? Because a lot of you have things that you need to work on. You know that. I don't need to tell you what they are. You know what you need to work on. We all have stuff to work on. So I feel like in the near future, the time is going to come where there's no more waiting anymore. The only way to set something right here is if you work on yourself and you do the inner work. Once you do that, this person is eventually going to come towards you because they see that you're successful. They see that you're doing the work. And they say, well, wait, Gemini, don't leave me behind. I want to come with you. Right? But you need to set an example here. That's what I see you doing in the near future. And that's what leads the situation to be set right. Okay? Because a lot of you aren't satisfied with what's going on right now. All right? So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice? Seven of Swords, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. Yeah. Your biggest piece of advice here, Gemini, is to address some sort of concerns that you have within your connection relationships, okay? So you know that there's been some sort of deception, lies, or there's been some sort of issues within your connection. I don't want to get too deep in the issues because you all know what the issues are. But you see how this person is looking in the mirror, and you are the Lovers. Look how this person's looking in the mirror. This person's looking in the mirror because they're now realizing that their relationships are a reflection of who they are. Your relationship is a reflection of who you are. So if there's things that you don't like in your relationship, if there's things that you don't like in your marriage, you need to address them. This is what Spirit is. And that's what the Seven of Swords is. It's deception. It's lies. It's things that are covered or hidden from us that we don't want to confront. We know that there's certain things that need to change, but instead of seeking the necessary remedies to change them, we blame, or we say, you know, it's their fault, or, you know, they keep doing this. No. What are you doing? What are you exemplifying towards this person? Something here needs to be rewritten or redone. And this is going to start with you, is what Spirit's saying. Once you look in the mirror, once you do the inner work, Gemini, everything is going to change for you in your favor. But somebody here, and I feel like this is your person, they're looking for a leader. They're looking for somebody to show them how and what they need to change. And once you confront the issues that have been surrounding your connection, that is when you're going to be able to realize what it's going to take to have this commitment that you truly want, okay? So Gemini, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.